Here, I'll show you the trick that I do. It's a classic trick. It works well over Zoom. This is an invisible deck of playing cards. Either Justin or Ian, one of you are going to reach through the screen and grab out a card for me.
Okay.
Okay, Ian was first. Justin got one. We can use either one. Both look at your card. Make sure you've actually thought of one so that we can highlight that it's people think of different cards. And I'm going to take a different color invisible deck. They make red and blue. You can put your cards face up into this deck for me. We'll just choose one of them, but this way people know that we're not doing it. Or Ian's went in first. Ian, this is going to represent that deck of cards. What was the card that you looked at?
Eight of diamonds.
Eight of diamonds. Do you remember? I told you when you put it in the deck to put it face up.
Correct.
So for those that are listening, I'm fanning through a card, and the only face-up card is the Eight of Diamonds. I also told you it was from a different color deck. That's the only one that came from that red deck of cards. So I do this trick, and then I tell everybody, of course, this is a version of the ultra mental principle popularized by the brainwave in the Marlowe School in Chicago in the 50s, using a full deck stack on the chase method, which allows me to reveal the rough cards on the seven. Now that I taught you how to do that trick, blah, blah, blah. But again, I just did it with magician's jargons. The magicians that might be listening to this would be annoyed that I just revealed that. But to any other person, they're completely in the dark, which sadly is what we do as doctors all the time. We coined the phrase jargon oblivion to highlight the mismatch between doctors' intent to speak clearly and the fact that most people don't understand what they're saying.
Okay, so tell me how some of that magician wisdom applies to Q rounds.
Well, again, it goes back to the core mission is people need to have a seat at the table to be able to understand their healthcare. And from an equity and standpoint, when we only talk to the family that's in the room, we are missing out on people who can't afford. They have two jobs. They have other kids that can't afford to be there. We want to make access to rounds a right as opposed to a privilege for those that can afford to be sitting there. And so the core of that mission comes from that sense that communication and how we interact starts with the seat at the table. And again, that magician as teacher for me has always been a part of this, that a lot of doctors when they were growing up say, oh, I want to be a doctor or a teacher. You are both. You are not an effective doctor unless you're a teacher. And so if we can get people in the room virtually or otherwise, we have the ability to transform outcomes.